What's up, YouTube? This your boy Perry with another haircut tutorial. This haircut tutorial is a blurry fade with a part. Alright, man, I go right into the cut with putting my part in first. As you can see, I'm using a T-out liner. I modified it a little bit and it works a little better this way. Alright, so putting this part in, and I'm using this part as a guide. And I dropped it all the way to the bottom. And now one thing about the part, there's two sides. It's a line, yes, but there's two sides that you gotta line up. As you can see, I flipped the edges to line up the bottom part of the line because I already lined the top part of the line. And that's how you get a crispy, sharp part. In some cases, you don't want it to be too wide. You could use a detailer edges for it to be a thin line. Alright, so I got my line and I'm gonna go ahead and bald out the bottom. This is a blurry fade with a part. So many people may be asking, why is it called a blurry fade? Your traditional fades, the weight line is like a flat line. It just slants all the way back. But the blurry fade has a slight bend to it, a slight arch. And you fade in that direction. And it gives you a different effect. And I like it, man. You know, this is the new cut that's in right now. A lot of guys are rocking it. And you got to do it right. So I'm balding out the bottom. Definitely putting that guide in. But I'm not doing it too solid because, again, I want to fade that out. So I'm keeping it real low. And looking at the area that I have to work with, it's a really tight spot. So as you can see, I'm setting myself up so I still have room to work with and blend that bottom out real good. Alright, I'm going to transition over to my 0 guard, which is 1/16, and I got it open, and I'm simply going against the grain, removing some bulk. Just want to get all that weight off, man. And after each stroke, I go ahead and brush it through so I can see what areas I got to go back over. Now I'm closing it, and I'm just going to go with the grain. Again, this technique is the same thing I was doing against the grain with it open. I got it closed, and I'm just going with the grain and just want to remove some bulk. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just use my half now, which is just wide open. And as you can see, I'm coming in at an angle. I'm not using the entire blade, just a few teeth, like maybe 3 to 4 teeth. And as you would do with the shears, you know, shear pointing, that's the same technique that I'm doing right here with my clippers. And all I want to do is just lighten it up a little bit. I'm gonna close it just a little bit and come up underneath. I got a little tight space to work with, so I don't want to take what I'm doing right now too high. It'll eliminate the whole process that I'm doing right now, and it'll just be all zero and discombobulated. So yeah, you got a little tight space to work with. You gotta use it wisely. And I'm just bouncing between you know, a 0 on the clipper and a half. Go ahead and speed this part up. Alright, so I'm going to transition over to the 1 guard. Let you guys see that right there. Yeah, 1/8. That's what's up. And got it closed. And I'm just going to go with the grain. I don't want to really do too much fading above the part, but being that the other side is going to be low, I want to kind of match it a little bit. But again, a blurry fade is in the same family of a drop fade. Another, difference between the two is that it has that little slight arch, opposed to a regular drop fade where it's slanted all the way back down below the occipital bone. And yeah, blurry fade got that little bend to the line, and all I'm doing is just removing a little weight, just softening it a little bit, not too much. So now that we're on the other side, pretty much the same minus the part. So I'm gonna go ahead and just zip through this 0, set my guide in, and go through the fade on this side. And you'll see the difference with this side, being that there's no part, you can just fade straight through. But you still wanna keep that slight arch because it's a blurry fade, aka drop fade. Now that we got the 0 out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and transition to my half, which is wide open. I'm using those walls, 5 stars, one of those special editions. And again, as you can see, I'm still following that pattern, that slight arch. And yep, that's the location of the occipital bone. I'm still respecting that area, staying below it. Now I close it to a 0, and I'm attacking that line that I just put in with the half. So I'm bridging the gap between the 0 and the half. Kind of do a little bouncing between the directions that I fade, fading down, fading up. But on this side, I'm just gonna go ahead and fade up. And as you can see, that's the area I'm targeting. I'm bridging the gap between the 0 and the half. And I'm only using the corner of my clippers because my goal is just to remove that line and not create any more lines. Real simple, man, real simple. Closed it a little bit more. And that's that. All right, now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and just transition over to my 0 guard. Again, there you have it, 116, and boom, got it wide open. Gonna go ahead and just focus on the area right above the half. Get that thing done, man. There's a bevel on the back of each guard, and man, you guys should use that to your advantage. It's like scooping ice cream. You scooping through that fade, man. You scooping through that fade. You should be resting the bevel part of the guard against the client's head and not the teeth of the comb or the teeth of the clipper guard. Alright, I'm going back into that area. Now, I closed it because I'm coming down. I'm coming below what I just did with the 0 open. So as I fade up, I like to remove lines, man. I don't wait till the end to go back. I just do it while I'm there because I'm already there, Alright, I'm done with the 0 guard. I already transitioned to my 1 guard, and I got it wide open. As you can see, the area that I pointed to is the area I'm going to go ahead and focus and blend out with my 1.5 guard. And I like to work from side to side. So use that equipment, man. You got a barber chair, man. Just use it, man. Now look, I got it wide open. I'm gonna go with the grain, just above what I did against the grain with the 1.5. It's another technique to remove bulk. And I'm kind of doing it at an angle because I don't want to create another line. And if you don't know how to do this type of technique yet, don't attempt to do it on a client. You should practice it. Definitely practice it. It took me some time to figure out how to do this, because I could have just easily picked up a 2 guard, but I say, nah, I'm gonna just do it this way. Alright, so the fade is done. Now let's put the finishing touches. Alright, I don't use this on every client, but for this client, he had a special event. So I'm like, yeah, let me hook my boy up. Alright, so what am I spraying? Hair fiber. Just a little fill-in. You know, there's different companies that make the hair fiber. It's a big thing now, but it's only something for the day because it'll really wash right out. I promise you it will. So I put the hair fiber, then the lock-in spray. Now I'm cooling them down. Now that he's cooled down, let me go ahead and give him a lineup. I'm using the Heroes. They are in the same family of the wall detailers. I like these things. They are fire, man. Alright, I'm gonna zip through this tape line, man, and get some pointers if you can catch it. And there you have it, a blurry fade with a part. Turn so the people can see, brother, turn. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please subscribe and holla at your boy. This your boy Perry, the Barber's Touch. Stay tuned for more videos.